I got a bed for ya, bed for ya. Switch it up and show me your position. A transformer, you should know that I won't take you out or take it out. I got much more than just a bank account. Now lay it down.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Baby J, Jalen the Alien, the Zodiac Queen, whatever you want to call me. It's your girl Jalen. How are you guys doing? So I remember a couple weeks ago, months ago, definitely months ago, knowing me, I made a video talking about zodiac sign turn-ons. Yes, I did, and y'all love that video. Y'all supported that video. That video went crazy. But now I want to sit here and talk about the opposite. Zodiac sign turn-offs. What turns off all the specific zodiac signs in astrology? What can you do to really get under zodiac sign skin? Okay, this is exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to let y'all know all the secrets, all the tea, how to piss some signs off. And if you want to attract a specific sign or whatever the case is, this is what you don't do, because there's do's and you don'ts. You can look at my other video for the do's, and this one is definitely the don'ts, and we're going to jump right into it. But first, this video is actually sponsored by the W Brothers, and I'm so excited. I just opened their package. They said they sent me a real 18K karat gold necklace, and the necklace is themed around Leo, and I'm just really excited because I love zodiac everything, and this company has a whole zodiac line, so make sure you guys check them out. It's going to be all in the description box. And the W Brothers, their whole theme is really centered around self-confidence. So they want you to wear this very nice quality jewelry with confidence to really flex your sign and all that stuff. I love it. I love the whole ideology and everything. See, it says Leo, because y'all know I'm a Leo. Shout out to my lions out there. Oh, look at the necklace, guys. Oh man. Oh Lord, my nails, the way my nails are set up, this is gonna be a little bit of a challenge. For every order they will receive, they will be donating $10 to the Anxiety and Depression Association to, you know, better find a cure for anxiety and depression, because this company's campaign is really centered around finding solutions, finding confidence in yourself, so that you can really realize yourself and your true capabilities in this lifetime, and you can just feel good about yourself. Definitely a cool thing, cool company. Make sure you go check out the link in the description box. If you want to buy jewelry, whatever the case is, it's lit. Speaking of confidence, let's just get right into this video. Aries, what's up, Aries? How you doing, Aries? This is how to piss an Aries off. This is how to turn an Aries off. This is how to get an Aries to be pissed off at you. Okay, so the first thing that you can really do that will really just have an Aries turned off by you in your presence is be the most boring person out there. Aries loves adventure. Aries loves to be stimulated, okay? Aries loves to do things, to be the brave one, to be the courageous one. They love to go after things. They love to be motivated to do stuff. They got that Mars energy, which is the warrior, you know what I mean? So when you're just a boring individual, you have no drive, you have no ambition, you have no passion, that is something that is really going to turn off an Aries, because Aries is all about that. Aries is all about, oh, we want to do this, let's go get it, let's go do it right now, let's go right now, we on go. So if you're always not on go and you're always just like snoozing, and Aries is gonna see you as a loss, losing, okay? They're not gonna want to deal with you. So if you are looking for somebody that's more laid back and chill, you might want to go to the Tauruses and stuff like that. But if you want an Aries, you're gonna have to be ready to move, ready to go. They really gravitate towards people that are very motivational, ambitious, you know, inspirational. They're like doing stuff with their life. They're not just laying around chilling. They are out there trying to go get it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna really turn them on. So if you really want to turn them off, just be boring as hell, honestly, period. Another thing that you can do to really turn off an Aries is to criticize them, because let me tell you something. Aries loves to be number one. This is the first sign of the zodiac. This is the first house. Aries is all about the self. They are really focused on their self-identity and who they are, their ego. So if you bruise that ego, and if you don't do constructive criticism and you just criticize them for no reason, you're picking out all their flaws, you're just really being a mean person towards them in the sense that you're bruising their ego. That is something that is really going to turn off an Aries, because they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh my god, this person is bruising my ego. They like to be number one. That's another thing. If you are making them not the only one in your life, the Aries, man, the Aries person wants to be the only person in your life, okay? Period. So if you start making them feel like they're not the only person in your life, and that you have other people involved in the picture and they're not the only one, they get extremely jealous. They can be extremely jealous. Like they say Scorpios are jealous, but guess what? That Mars energy, you know, make them jealous. If you try to make them jealous, that's something that's going to really turn them off about you, and they're going to really resent you for that. And this kind of is similar to jealousy, but something that really turns an Aries off like a lot is when you ignore them. If they really want you, it's going to be very on. You know, like I said in my other video, they're going to be very focused on you, and they're very focused on you and how, like, they want your attention, right? They want to be that person in your life that has, you know, you're giving them all, everything. If you're ignoring them, if you are leaving them on red all the time, you're ignoring them, they feel like you're not listening to them, this is how you can have that person just have a temper tantrum, or just like a little child tantrum. Because let me tell you, Aries is not like being ignored. So if you're the type of person that ignores them and doesn't answer their calls or texts right away and all this stuff, they're gonna get pissed off at you, and they're not gonna know why. They're gonna get very impatient, because they can be very impatient and impulsive. Oh my god, one way to really piss off an Aries, I'm probably gonna make a video about how to make the signs angry, but one way to really piss off an Aries is if they're yelling at you and they're arguing with you and you just stare at them and don't say anything. Just stare at them, look at them, and ignore them and walk away. That will get under their skin and make them, you're their mortal, you are their mortal enemy. Another thing is, like I was saying before, Aries are very impulsive. They want to go right away. So if you're the type of person that's always slow and just slow as hell and just like takes their sweet time all the time, if you're making them wait often, like if you make them wait and they just feel like they're wasting their time, they're gonna also be really turned off by that. Telling them what to do. I had a couple Aries exes, you know what I'm saying, but yes, you know, I'm a Leo, but you know, the Aries like to be the boss. So if you a bossy person, an Aries might not like you to tell them what to do. The major thing that's going to turn off an Aries, man or woman, is making them feel like they're second. They don't want to be second, they don't want to be third, they don't want to be fourth, they don't want to be fifth, they want to be the first. So if you make an Aries person feel like they're coming second to someone, coming third to someone, coming fifth and sixth and seventh to something, that is going to piss them off, because this is the first sign of the zodiac, okay? So they want to come first. They want to be a priority. So if they start seeing you like being so inspired by some other woman or some other girl and fangirling all over them all the time, and you're like thinking about that person all the time, and you're always like goo-gooing, gaga-ing over like that person you work with, oh my god, and Aries will secretly resent you, because they're not, all of them are not always going to like show their jealousy, but that is something about them. They can be very insecure when you bruise the ego like that. So definitely that is a turn off. A turn off is making them feel second. Okay, so for Taurus really values stability. Taurus loves stability. Taurus loves security. So the one thing that is going to really turn off a Taurus is obviously the opposite. Instability. The person that is all over the place, the person that's inconsistent, they don't know where they're going, they don't know where they want the relationship to go, they're just always keeping the Taurus guessing and not giving them any type of stability. Taurus is going to get pissed off at that, because they're like, okay, what are we doing? What is this relationship? Where is it going? Why is it going? What's happening? Taurus likes commitment. This is a sign that really likes commitment. They like stuff to be solid, you know what I'm saying? Solidifying things really gives them power, because they can see it. This is not the darkness, like stuff is hidden, like their opposite Scorpio, you know, everything is hidden. Taurus likes everything out in the open, everything clear, everything understood, because they can see it, so they can control it. They have power over it, they know where it's going, and they feel secure. The Taurus wants to feel secure. Even if they're not going to tell you this is what they want, okay? They're going to get pissed off at the person that doesn't give them any stability, that doesn't text them back, that is super flaky, text them back sometimes, doesn't text them back another time, all over the place. That's how you can really turn off a Taurus. You're the person that has a wandering eye, always checking out everybody, being so flirtatious. No, a Taurus is not like that. This is also a sign that could be mad possessive as well. Not in a Scorpionic way, but in a very Taurus way. Almost like they want to physically possess you, okay? Okay. Being an unreliable person is definitely something that can turn a Taurus off, because this is somebody that like really seeks value, and when they find value they want to commit to it. They like that because it brings them a sense of safety, an underlying sense of safety. So if you're an unreliable person and you show them that they can't trust you, this is something that's going to really turn them off. So if you're just the type of person that likes to waste time and you kind of just like, oh, you're not really wanting anything too serious, don't start dealing with a Taurus. Like if you ask to borrow something of a Taurus and then you never give it back, or you're the type of person that loses like important shit, like they're gonna get pissed off at you because they're like, yo, like that's my stuff, bro, that's my stuff, this is material possessions, the second house. They're gonna get really upset if you're that type of person that loses valuables, okay? So the type of person that, you know, is gossiping and spreading information that is dear to them, because they hold things in that are dear to them, that give them security. These are their valuables, right? So if you're the type of person that's always giving that away, you always gossiping, you always talking about other people, they're not gonna trust you. That's gonna turn them off immensely. They really do want something simple. So if you are just like super complicated all over the place, this is something that Taurus is gonna be like, okay, you doing a little too much for me, baby. I don't need this in my life, baby. I don't want to do it. Unless we have like a Taurus sun in the 8th house, then, or Venus 8th house, we might, that's something that might be a little different. But you know, you can hit me up on Instagram, we can discuss that. We can discuss that further. From that, we're saying Tauruses, they don't like all that instability. They're not about that drama. On a more mundane level, this is the type of person that can get turned off by a person that doesn't really put that much effort into their appearance. Not in the sense that they always have to look glamorous, but if you don't do something and you always stinky, like you just stinky, you smell, you don't feel good, your skin is never moisturized, like you don't put lotion, you always ashy all the time, Taurus is gonna look at you like, yo, what are you doing? Like, because they want somebody that's gonna please their senses. They want somebody they can look at and they can be like, they can taste and you be like, and you hear their voice and you're like, ooh, who's that Empress beauty? Okay, they want somebody you could smell and be like, she smells good, or he smells good. Oh, Taurus women love when men smell good. And the last thing that can really, really piss off a Taurus is just, they can be very, very stubborn. Stubborn in their beliefs, stubborn in their outlook on life. A lot of aggressiveness, and also a lot of telling them what they should and shouldn't believe in. You know, really saying, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you need to change your ideas, you need to change this, you need to change that. Taurus can be very stubborn. So if you're asking them to change their beliefs, to change the way they do something, to change this and that, they're going to be pissed off at you because they're like, why are you telling me to change? They don't like change. They like change very slow and steadily. So if you're the type of person that's like, no, we got to change everything right now, we got to do this right now, they're going to just be like, you're annoying. They hate being annoyed. They hate being annoyed. They hate being like poked at all 24/7 and nagged at, you know? So that could be something that turns off Taurus. So when it comes to turning off a Gemini, just be a dummy. Just be a freaking dummy. Don't have nothing to say. Don't believe nothing. Don't study nothing. Don't research nothing. Don't know about nothing. Don't hear about anything. Stay at home and never look at a single piece of information in your life. That is how to be so immensely irritating to a Gemini, because Gemini, they like to know stuff. Gemini likes to get into the tea. Gemini likes to be up on game on a lot of different things. Gemini likes excitement. They like somebody who has an expansive mind, somebody who's open-minded, somebody who thinks, somebody who likes to think, who likes to talk, who likes to communicate. So if you are lacking in these areas, Gemini is going to be like, what am I doing with this person? If you are the type of person that just likes to stare at a wall and not say a goddamn thing. If you're the type of person that texts very boringly, like you have boring text messages, a boring text message style, you put no pizzazz in it. If you're the type of person that's like, oh, what you doing? Oh, nothing. No. They want somebody that they can really mentally engage with. So if you're just a snooze mentally and just in general, they're gonna be so irritated by you, because they like having friends with all walks of life. They like to really talk to a bunch of different people because they can learn from these people. So if you're just sitting here like, oh, you know, like no, be like super traditional and super set in your ways. Gemini people, they like difference. They like different things. They like variety. They like variation. So if you're the type of person that just all the way this and there's no complications to you, and you're just like very like simple, very simple and very just kind of like, oh yeah, this is me, and you know, there's nothing really interesting. I just live this regular life. A Gemini is gonna be like, oh, it's okay. Well, I'm not really that interested in you because they like interesting things, okay? And basically just like have no fun. Like, just not be a fun person. Be boring. That is really how you turn off a Gemini, just being a boring person. Nothing exciting, and just making them feel like alone. If you're the type of person that makes them feel alone and makes them feel lonely, and you make them feel lonely in your presence, Gemini likes being stimulated by people, right? So if you make them feel lonely, like, it's just gonna piss them off. If you're the person that doesn't laugh, like you don't have a sense of humor, Gemini loves humor. Gemini loves those witty conversations. Gemini loves memes. Gemini loves all those things involving communication, you know? So if you never laugh, if you never find anything exciting, like, a Gemini is just gonna be really turned off by that. They're gonna be like, yo, like, you mad boring. Like, I don't want anything to do with that. You're just like a free spirit when you're young and exciting and fun. Like, this is something that a Gemini really looks for. So if you're the type of person that doesn't really want to try new things and set in your ways, super OD anything, and doesn't have any room to talk about anything outside of your own personal belief system and moral code and stuff like that, this is something that's going to turn off a Gemini a lot. And that's another thing. If you're in a relationship with a Gemini and you attempt to hold them back, like you attempt as a person to hold them back from expressing their originality, or from, you know, really going out there and being a free spirit and like trying new things and all types of stuff. If you're saying no to them, if you're saying you can't do that, you can't do this, you're not allowed to do that, that's not right, this is wrong, blah blah blah. If you're that type of person, oh girl, yeah, boy, that's going to completely turn off a Gemini. They're gonna look at you like, okay, bye, I'm done. Bye. Switch up on you just like that. That other side of the twin is gonna come out. That other twin is gonna come out, and they're going to bite. They got that sarcasm down pat. They got them biting words, okay? Don't go toe to toe and get roasted by a Gemini, because they will serve you. Do not order if you don't want your food, because they will serve you, honey. They will give it to you straight, no chaser. Period. To piss off and turn off a Cancer, you gotta be the type of person that really says F you and your emotions and does some really horrendous things, because Cancers have really loving and giving hearts. You know what I'm saying? They have really loving and forgiving hearts. If you're the type of person that tricks them into believing that you are this nice, sweet person, and then you turn your back on them and you just do some cruel, terrible thing, that is going to completely turn off a Cancer. Because first, you flip-flopped. They don't like things that flip-flop. They like things that are sturdy. They like things that they can depend on. They crave that security, that emotional security as well. So if you're the type of person that's all over the place and is disrespecting people, especially if you're the type of person that disrespects your mama, disrespects your family, you don't care about your history, you don't care about where you come from, you say F your ancestors, you say F your emotions, all that stuff, they're just gonna get turned off by that, and they're gonna resent you. Cancers, you know, they can be all nice and sweet and all that stuff, but Cancers have a dark side. They have a serious dark side. You know, the dark side of the moon, honey. Being emotionally manipulative and abusive, or just straight out, flat out abusive, is going to turn off a Cancer. If you have no respect for like animals, you have no respect for like human beings, like people on the street, whatever the case is, you have no respect for people, that's something that's going to piss them off. Cancers can be extremely nostalgic and really hold on to things. Like, this is the type of person, if somebody died a long time ago, they're gonna have things from that person and they're not gonna let it go for a while. You know, they really care about their family and care about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're the type of person that is always telling the Cancer, you know, you need to get rid of that, or why do you still have that? Why do you still care? Why do you still care about this? Why do you even care about this so much? And you criticize them for having feelings about things, that's something that's going to turn off a Cancer. They're going to resent you. They don't like people who play people. They don't like people who play people. They don't like people who do people dirty. So if they even like sense that with you, and they sense that you're the type of person that's manipulative and does people dirty and does cruel things to people, because they usually have been hurt before. So if they sense that within you, or they see you do that to other people, it don't have to be a relationship, but if they see that you being the type of friend that does that, and you just out here manipulating friends and stuff, and you're just being this, like, if you're just being this low-key like evil person, they're not gonna like that. They're gonna be so turned off by that, and they're gonna bite you. Something that is going to turn off a Cancer is somebody that shows that they can't be trusted. Like I said, this is the hard on the outside, tough on the inside. This is the crab, right? So if they let you in and then you do them dirty, or if you just sit there and use what they told you against them, if you're the type of person that uses what they tell you, their private information, and you use that against them, or they see you do that to other people, that's going to turn them off. They don't like somebody that don't got no depth to them. They don't like somebody who is superficial. They don't like somebody who doesn't go deep, that doesn't show their emotions, that doesn't really get into their on that intuitive level as well. So like, if you're just mad surface level and you don't really like to get to know the deeper things in life, to have those more meaningful conversations that really like get down to the core and the root of things, that's something that is going to piss them off. The sign's ruled by the moon. You know what I'm saying? The moon is very mysterious. The moon is powerful. So like, if you don't have none of that energy to you, like you don't have those type of conversations, you don't have none of that energy, you don't care, you're very surface level, that's going to turn off a Cancer, and they're going to just be done with you. And one of the most important things that is really going to turn off a Cancer is somebody that forgets all the little things. It is all in the little things. A Cancer loves the small things that you do for them, those little details, all the small things that you could do for a person to make them feel special. So if you're the type of person that always forgets the small things and the little things, you don't remember their favorite color, you don't know their birthday, you don't care about their family, you just don't care. Like they just think you don't care. If you accidentally call them somebody else's name, oh God, like you might as well just go. Just get out of here. Also going into the house and just telling them that their house is shit. Oh, you want to know what's gonna piss off a lion? A Leo. Okay. The kings and queens of the jungle, right? Alright, word. It's one thing that's gonna really turn off a Leo if you make them feel like they aren't the king and the queen of the jungle. If you make them feel like they aren't special, you make them feel like their presence means nothing to you. If you make them feel like their presence doesn't mean that much, especially in comparison to your other friends, or if you have another person in the picture altogether, okay, no way, they don't want that Jose. Don't come to a Leo talking about, oh yeah, you know, I'm seeing like 12 other people. They're gonna look at you like, okay, well you're not seeing me, so you're seeing 11 people, because I have nothing to do with that. A Leo's gonna look at you like you crazy. If you're the type of person that tries to approach a Leo and try to make them like jealous in order to, you know, make them feel jealous so that they can, you know, realize that you're a catch and that you're, no. Not the king or the queen. Not the king or queen. They're just gonna look at you like you're crazy, and they're gonna exit out of your life because obviously you're occupied, right? You're occupied. So Leos are ruled by the sun. Leos are ruled by the sun, and the sun is a benefic planet, right? The sun is a positive planet. It has a positive effect most of the time. So if you are very Debbie Downer, saddened Sally, depressed Dan, I don't know. If you're one of those type of people that are constantly just raining on the parade, if you just kill the vibe, if you're always depressed, if you're always sad, if you're always complaining and you don't want to do anything about it, get out of here. Leo's like, oh my God, why are you so freaking sad all the time? Like, I get it, some things happen in life that causes you to feel bad, but you don't gotta be sad every single day. Like, come on, like, why are you always killing the vibe? Like, if you're the type of person that always is just killing the vibe, just always making things not negative as in real, because they like real, they like when you get real with them, but if you're just being negative for no reason, get out of here. Leos also hate liars. They do not like liars. A Leo can be very loyal, at least with the people that they love. They can be very, very loyal. They have lots of emotion, lots of fire, lots of passion for people that they are extremely into. So if you're the type of person that shows them that you a liar, you don't tell the truth, you aren't honest, this is something that's going to piss off a Leo in the long run, because they're like, why would you lie to me? They'd rather just hear the truth. If they feel like you're flexing this image of yourself and you're just being an image and you're not actually embodying who you are, because the Leo embodies who they are. They don't put on a front. At least evolved Leos, they are all about that creative energy and really expressing who they truly are from their core, from their heart. So if they feel like the image that you're perpetuating is fake, it's false, it's not adequate to who you really are, they're gonna look at you like you a fake person. And they don't like fake people. They don't like people that aren't real. They don't like people who aren't really being themselves and are literally just being an image of themselves and not who they truly are. So if you're that type of person, that is going to turn them off from you. And if they feel like you're just trying to tell them a bunch of stuff and the compliments that you're trying to give them aren't genuine, they are going to also be turned off by that. Because Leos, they like compliments, but they don't like compliments that sound fake, that sound like you're just trying to get something from them. No, no ma'am, no sir. If you never like to get sexy, a Leo likes somebody that looks good, you know, smells good, well dressed, you know, they come on, come ready. You don't gotta be perfect all the time, you know this, but like, if you're just the type of person that never puts any effort into your appearance, you never put any effort into the way you talk, the way you express yourself, the way you walk, you have no passion, you have no desires in life, oh please. A Leo's gonna be like, first of all, I'm a king, I'm a queen, I need somebody that's gonna match my fly. So if I'm gonna go out with you and then you're not killing it like I am, what does that say about me? Because you're a reflection of them in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So if they feel like you whack and you just have this whack attire, you got this whack, like you just whack in general, they're not gonna like that. They're gonna be turned off by that. They want somebody that likes to have fun, somebody who's creative, somebody who puts in that effort to express themselves in that type of way. So, you know, they want somebody one of a kind. So if you're just not bringing it, turn off. They're turned off by you. You're trying to be like everybody else, they're turned off by you. They don't like that. Like I said, this is the king or queen of the jungle. Trying to sit here and tell a Leo what to do, they're gonna look at you crazy if you're very bossy towards a Leo. And if they feel like you are just telling them what to do in a way that is mean and aggressive and just like, huh? What? You're telling me what to do with an attitude? Boy, bye. Like, who are you talking to? Like, you can give them advice. You can give them guidelines. But you're not about to give demands. That's where the game starts to crumble. But like I said, the most important thing to look out for to make sure you're not turning off a Leo is making them feel like they're not special. Making them feel like they're not really doing anything for you in your life. Like their presence means nothing. Like if you do that, if you're on FaceTime with them and you're putting them on pause all the time, and when you're in person, you're looking at everybody else except for them in the eyes, if you're on a date, if you're texting somebody else on your phone, oh yeah, no, they're gonna be done with you, they're gonna be turned off by that, and they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. So yeah. Virgo. Somebody that's gonna turn off a Virgo is somebody that complains 24/7 every single day about one specific thing, but yet fails to do anything about it. If you are that type of person, a freaking Virgo is gonna be so like turned off by you, because they're like the fixers of the zodiac. They're the fixers of the zodiac. If they see errors, if they see problems, if they see flaws, they don't sit there and be like, oh damn, I just noticed that, that's crazy. They're gonna be like, oh damn, this is the solution that I came up with, let's do something about it. So if you're a complainer and you don't do anything and you don't do any action to get stuff done, they're gonna be so turned off by that, because this is a go-getter. They know how to put the plans in place to make action happen. So if they put the plan in place to make action happen and you don't make action happen, they're just gonna end up resenting you, because they're like, what the hell? Like, I literally gave you the blueprint. Do you want to stay in your messed up situation? You do? Oh, I can't have that around my life because I want perfection. Low-key, Virgos really do value perfection. They do value things all being in order. This is a very practical sign. So if they are giving you like, hey, we should do this, we can improve on this, let's work together with this, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna just sit there and continue messing my life up, a Virgo is going to get sick and tired of that, and they're probably not even going to get involved with you. They're going to be so turned off by that, they're going to be like, oh yeah, this is just a disaster waiting to happen. My practical mind is not going to allow me to like this person. Even if I do like you, I'm sorry, we can't get to that commitment level because you're not going to give me that stability that I seek. Ooh, I have a lot of Virgo energy in me. One thing that pisses me off is people who have bad hygiene. Oh my God, a person with bad hygiene will freaking turn off a Virgo like it's nobody's business. Because like I said, this is a person that likes having things in order. So somebody that doesn't brush their teeth, somebody that's always stinky, somebody that never showers, somebody that never does their hair, somebody that doesn't like just put an effort in their overall like look. It don't have to look perfect, right? But if you're just never putting in any effort and you're just walking around always looking bummy, a Virgo is gonna look at you like, oh, come on. Like for me, what I look for in a guy, like somebody that really puts in effort. Like if they got like their nails, if their nails are all the way grown out with dirt all the way underneath it, like you thought you was about to be playing around with my kuka? With dirt and everything and God knows what underneath your nails, and you never wash your hands? Oh God, get out of here. Fuck out of here. We're not gonna deal with that. No. a flake. Waste their time. Waste their time. Waste a freaking Virgo's time, and they're gonna hate you for life. They're just not gonna think about you ever. They're not gonna see you. They're not gonna talk to you ever. They don't want to deal with you because what the hell are you doing? Making plans with a Virgo and then just totally, completely showing up 20, 30 an hour late. Are you serious? And a freaking Virgo took time out of their busy schedule to schedule you in, and you're gonna sit there and waste their time? To waste their precious time to get stuff done where they could be working on something that they care about and that they value, but you gonna sit there and waste their time by not showing up? By being a flake? By being somebody who doesn't care about like schedules and stuff like that? Are you serious? Get out of here. A Virgo is not gonna like you. If you're the type of person that says you're gonna do something and you don't do it, a Virgo is not gonna like you. They're gonna be turned off by you. If you are the type of person that says you are the best of the best and you have quality work, and then they see your work and it is absolute C at most. If you say, oh, I'm an artist and I make bomb music or I make bomb paintings, and they see your artwork and they're like, oh no, you're a liar, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, oh damn, so you be lying, you waste my time, and I can't trust your work, so what are you doing for me? Oh yeah, no, goodbye. Just be dirty, mean, and have absolutely no class whatsoever. Just be this crazy person that doesn't care about other people's feelings. And you know, like if you're the type of person, like you're out in public and then you get in an argument at the table and then you start like saying a bunch of F-bombs, and then there's obviously children around, a Virgo's gonna look at you like you are just a terrible person. And one of the most important things when it comes to turn-offs for a Virgo is a person that constantly critiques them. I know the Virgo is the person that usually constantly critiques others, but you don't know, a lot of the times Virgo people can really be the harshest critics when it comes to themselves. So if you're the type of person that is overly critical of the Virgo, and like we already have enough criticism in this situation already going on, but if you're the type of person that is gonna like point out all the Virgo's flaws and say that they're this person, that they're not good and that they're wrong and blah blah blah, oh my god, they're already too hard on themselves, you know what I'm saying? So that is just going to put them in a situation where they're not even going to be able to talk to you and feel safe to express themselves to you, because they already have trouble getting vulnerable, like being really personal very quickly. So that's just going to shut them off to you, and they're not going to feel like they can express themselves to you. They're not going to feel safe. So yeah, no. Okay, so a Libra person really doesn't like disharmonious relationships. They don't like lack of harmony in their relationships with people. So if you're a very dramatic person and you're always the type of person that likes to pull them into drama, like if you're the type of person that always puts a Libra right in the middle of a very sloppy, messy situation again and again, they're gonna start to resent you. And they don't like doing that often. They like seeing the good and the bad of everybody. They like seeing how they can find justice. So if you are always putting them in those situations that are so sloppy, it's going to drive them insane. It's gonna drive them insane, and they're gonna be turned off by you because they're like, oh, you are the cause of all my frustration and I don't like you. Because they're like, why is this person doing this to me? They take it very, very like personally when they feel like their relationships or even their friendships are not in this positive space. If you are the type of person that likes to argue all the time, if you're the type of person that likes a little bit of aggression, a little bit of competition in your relationship, you like to argue, you like a little bit of drama, this is definitely the type of person that could, you know, turn off a Libra, because they like harmony. They like things when they're going slowly and it's going smoothly and it feels good. It feels good. You're helpful to that person. They like that give and take type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? They like when everything is equal and balanced. So if you're that type of person that is a little bit like just always taking and taking and taking and never giving back, or whatever the case is, even when it comes to outside of a relationship, you're always taking from other people, you're always taking advice but never giving anything back, you're just always taking, you take money, you steal money from people, you know what I'm saying? You're not like an honest person, you're not fair, you're not just. They're gonna be so turned off by you because they're like, you're a terrible person, like why would you do that, like what? This is also the sign that's ruled by Venus. They like beautiful things. They love beautiful things. So they like to know that you have a beautiful aura around you. So if you always just radiating ugly, like I don't know how to explain it. Like if you always just radiate an ugliness, they like beautiful things. They like beautiful people. And then, you know, beauty has many different forms. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, you know, it can vary. So looking good around them is also a good thing. They like things that look good and things that are artsy, things that are unique. So if you're just always just, you don't care about beauty. Your house looks like disgusting. It looks like garbage. You have ants crawling around. It's always sloppy. You didn't put any effort into anything about yourself when it comes to expressing yourself. They're gonna be turned off by it. They're gonna just be like, oh, okay. They really do value beauty. So if you have nothing that's beautiful about you and you don't show that off, then nah. A Libra also likes planning. They do like to plan things. They don't like rushing into decisions and rushing into things. Like, they like to take their time, especially when it comes to relationships. So if you are going to step up in them and step up in their face and say, no, we're in a relationship right now, period, I like you, so that's what's going to be, they're going to look at you like, oh, whoa, like, what is you doing, baby girl? Like, I wasn't ready for all that. Definitely, they don't like being rushed into things, rushed into making decisions. If you're going to, if you want to do a trip with a Libra, like, you got to really go to them and like plan it out. They don't like just being on the fly all the time. So definitely. And also the last thing is, if you don't have any mental if you have no mental essence to you, in the sense that you don't really have stuff to talk about, you can't communicate, you have nothing to say, you know what I'm saying? This is an air sign. They like that little bit of that mental stimulation. So if you're just boring, you have nothing to talk about, you aren't fun, you don't have anything beautiful about you, they're just gonna be turned off by you. You're just Something that's really gonna turn off a Scorpio is lack of depth. They crave depth. They love depth. They want deep. They want deep feelings. They want deep connections. They want deep relationships with people. They want deep loyalty. So if you are just a very shallow person, you never go underneath the surface, you never let them in to see your dark side, to see your shadow side, to see the things that you are not proud of, you're very secretive, you're very manipulative, and you never let them into those secret parts of your closet, they're not gonna like you. They're gonna be turned off by you. They're not gonna want to deal with you. A lot of times, if you don't have an interest in knowing the deeper parts of life, the hidden knowledge of life, the occult, you know what I'm saying? If you're just always so quick to X out everything that has to do with getting deep down under the surface, like if you're this very casual lover, if you're a very casual lover, you're a casual dater, you never have deep sex, you never have deep conversations, you never know how to truly value yourself in the form of feelings, you never truly value a relationship in the form of its feelings, like you never go deeply, intensely into your emotions, you never allow yourself to get vulnerable. If you don't express yourself sexually, you're scared of your sexuality, and you don't have any type of sexual sexiness to you. Oh God, they want somebody sexy. Okay, they do you know what I'm saying? Somebody that they can get really turned on by. If you're not going down there to the depths with them, they're not gonna be with you. If you are deceitful, dishonest, and you like reel them in and you let them in, and you get them to a point where they're letting you in, and they're letting you into their vulnerabilities and stuff like that, and then you break that trust and you break that loyalty that they had with you, and you show them that you are a person that cannot be trusted, that is manipulative, deceitful, all that stuff, they're going to be so turned off by that. So the person that's always gossiping about other people, the person that always has something to say about another person, the person that always just has their mouth in other people's business, the person that is constantly out here not really truly being themselves and is putting on a front and is trying to pretend like there's something that they're not, a Scorpio is going to be so turned off by that. They're going to be like, you don't even know who you are, so why would I get involved with you? Period. Out of here. Scorpios have this magnetism, so they attract a lot of potential lovers, right? A Scorpio can be very picky. If you try to like attract a Scorpio and you start trying to use mind games to reel them in, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. They're like, oh, you think I can't see that right now? You think I can't see the game that you're trying to play with me? Oh, bye. Get out of my face. Good night. See you later. They see you right through people. So if they see you trying to make a front and try to put up a front and trying to come with them, try to like reel them in with some manipulative way, oh, goodbye. Get out of my face. If you're the type of person that tries to get up in their business right away, you try to ask them all the intimate details about their life and themselves, they're gonna just be like a little taken aback by it. Probably they're gonna be like, why are you asking me so many questions? Like, what you trying to know? This is a person that's very plutonic. They can be very they can have paranoia. If you're the type of person that's really all up in their business and they hear about that, and it has like a negative undertone, oh yeah, no, goodbye. We talk about Leos also with this pride thing, but it's not really a pride thing for Scorpios in a sense, but a Scorpio wants to also not feel like they are less than somebody else. They don't want to feel like they come second or third or fourth, like the Aries, like the Leo. They also want to be the main person in your life, right? If you are doing this commitment thing, or if you are doing this dating thing with them, they don't want to be like one of 200 people that you're talking to. They want to be the only one. So if they start to feel like you talking to everybody else under the sun, and you trying to talk to them at the same time, they're gonna also look at you like you crazy. Because when they fall for people, they fall very deeply and intensely. So if you start, you know, showing them that you don't have their full undivided attention, and you start showing them that you just aren't giving them your everything, they're gonna be like, they need a deep lover. They need a very intense lover. They need someone that's gonna match their fly. So if you're not adequate with that, okay, it's time to go. And also a person that's very controlling. A person that is very controlling and tries to tell a Scorpio what to do, always trying to control them. And this is Mars energy as well. Like Scorpio got that Mars energy within them too. So if you're trying to tell them what to do, and you're trying to tell them what they should and shouldn't do, and if you try to tell them what to do, they're gonna really resent you. They're gonna be like, why are you telling me what to do? This is my life. They don't like to be controlled. They don't like to be held down. They don't want to be tamed. So if you try to tame them and you try to control them, oh, they're gonna not like you, they're gonna dislike you, and they're gonna grow to resent you after a while, and it's gonna turn them off, and it's gonna drive them nuts. If anything, you're giving them advice. You're giving them advice. You're not telling them what to do. Also, like, I would say even a little bit of spirituality is in here too. So if you're just completely against anything, you're not open-minded, like you're not into changing your mind on anything, and you're just like very stuck in your beliefs and stuck in your ways, that's something that's also going to piss off a Scorpio, right? Because they're all about that hidden knowledge. They're all about that hidden intensity in life, you know? So if you're all like, you're going to just be stuck in your roots, you're just going to be this person for the rest of your life. This is a person that is very transformative. They like to transform. This is alchemy, you know? So if they see you and you're just very stagnant, and you just don't want to do anything, you don't want to grow, you're not ambitious or anything, oh, instant turn off. And just acting like you're trying to get something out of them. So if you're trying to give them a bunch of fake compliments and fake flattery, they're gonna look at you sideways. They're gonna be like, what does this person really want from me? Why are they what they trying to do? Okay, when it comes to Sagittarius, they love their freedom. Oh, they love their freedom. They love the freedom to express themselves, to have expansive ways of looking at the world, to explore the world, to be adventurous. So if you're the type of person that's just like, oh yeah, we're not going to go there, we're not going to do this, we can't do that, you can't do that, you're not allowed to do that, what are you talking about? They're going to look at you like you crazy. They're like, what? They don't want to be held down. They don't want to feel trapped. Not saying that they don't want to be in a relationship, but if the relationship is very restricted, if you're very controlling of what the Sagittarius can do, and you're just making them feel stuck in any way, any sense of the word, they're not going to like that. It's going to be turned off. If you're the type of person that doesn't like to have fun, if you're the type of person that doesn't like to explore the world and to travel and to experience new things and to try new foods, if you're just always stuck in like, oh, I only like this, so I'm not going to try that, or oh, that's weird, or if you go to like a new cultural place, like if you go to like an Indian restaurant and you're like, oh my god, this smells weird in here, this food stinks, oh my god, this sucks, or this is weird, they're gonna like, ooh, they're not gonna like you. If you're always stuck in your own belief system, you know what I'm saying? If you're super like stuck in your belief system on politics and everything, and you're just like not the type of person that expands your mind, if you never expand your mind, you're just boring, done with you. They hate small talk, you know what I'm saying? This is the person that is a very out of the box thinker, a very expansive thinker. I keep on saying expand because that's what they like to do. This is higher learning, higher knowledge. So if you're just always small talky and you never have those deep conversations, you never have those interesting conversations with them, they're gonna get bored and they're just gonna go talk to somebody else. And they really also value honesty because, you know, Sagittarius represents truth, and they're very honest people. They're very blunt people. They put their truth out there and they speak their truth. So if you are always just never speaking your truth and you're being very deceitful, or you're the type of person that will lie, you're the type of person that's not going to say what you truly mean, that's something that's going to eventually really piss off a Sag, because they're all about that truth and that honesty. So if you're just very like, you know, iffy when it comes to the honesty type thing, they're gonna be very turned off by that, because they're like, why didn't you just tell the truth? Why are you lying to me? And they're gonna feel like they can't trust you. And if you tell them that they're lying when they're being honest, and you're always like questioning their honesty, that's something that they usually value. They value honesty. They value like that they just value morality. They value their morals and their honesty. So if you always question them and you're always asking if they can trust you, or if you're just showing them that you don't really trust them, and they've done everything to ensure you that they can be trusted, and you continuously try to still like question their honesty, they're going to really get turned off by that after a while, and it's not going to be good. And just being very closed-minded and just being an intellectual snooze, don't really thinking outside the box, don't like thinking about other things and other ways of living. If you like disrespect other cultures and you're like, other cultures are, they suck, they're weird, America is, it's where it's at, and you're like, F black people, racist, no, they're not gonna like that. And they're always on the move and always on the go. So if you never want to join in on those adventures, if you never want to try those different things, you never try to get out of your own comfort zone, to get out of your own box, and you're always just stuck, and you are never positive, and you're just a Debbie Downer, you don't like to look at the bright side ever, and you never appreciate looking at the bright side, they're gonna get turned off by you. If they feel like you're just the type of person that's always gonna kill the vibe, because you can be sad and you can have sad moments, but if you're just constantly in a depressive state, they're gonna look at you like, come on, like let's try, let's at least try to get out of here, let's at least try to get out of this space. They want to expand. So if you try to stop that expansion with your negative energy, they're just not going to be there for it. And once again, the disrespecting of other people, and just being an overall terrible person is going to turn them off. And being somebody who is not trustworthy is going to turn them off. Being somebody who they feel like they just can't tell shit to is gonna turn them off. And when I talked about Capricorn in my turn-ons video, like most of the Capricorns were kind of pissed at when I said like they value, like, you know, money and business, but really you guys do really seek somebody that is of status, like underlyingly, and it's not like that's what it's all about. Of course you like feelings and emotion, you're a human being, but you guys do value somebody that has drive and ambition, and that, you know, wants to make something of themselves and wants to do something with their life, and isn't going to just sit around and just be a bum all day. You guys don't like that. So that's something that will turn you off. That's something that's a major turn off to a Capricorn. Somebody that has no ambition, somebody who is lazy, somebody who doesn't want to do shit with their life, somebody that doesn't want to create something and do something big for themselves, that doesn't have a vision for who they want to be. This is the 10th house, people. This is success, this is recognition, this is status. So if you are not driving to be those things, if you're not really trying to be something in this life, they're gonna look at you like, okay, well, I'm trying to do that, so why would I be with somebody that isn't trying to do anything? A Capricorn may actually like people as friends who are over the top and very expressive, but when it comes to the people that they date, they usually don't gravitate towards that. So something that's going to turn them off is the type of person that is always making a scene everywhere that they go. They're just making a scene. They're really dramatic, and they're just like always yelling, being really aggressive, arguing in public, public displays of arguments. All that stuff is gonna really turn off a Capricorn, because they're like, yo, like, we gotta look put together, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you always doing this? Like, you're doing too much.
This a place for families that drive Camrys and go to Disney. They don't need to know all of our business.
Like, they're just not gonna like that type of attitude where people are just constantly just making them look bad in public, like, or just making them look bad in general, because they like value their reputation. They're about their business, they're about their money, honey. So like, if you want to be the type of person that's gonna interfere with that, then no. Yeah, so my camera totally just died, and then I never finished the video, and now we're here 3 weeks later and I have a completely different hairstyle. A Capricorn is gonna get turned off by you if you waste their time and you be doing too much. If you do too much and you waste a Capricorn's time is very valuable to a Capricorn person. They mean they about their business, okay? So if you are trying to play games and like kind of trying to like play the Capricorn and trying to like, you know, do the mind games, we do all the tricks, you know what I'm saying? Basically trying to take their mind and their heart into a circus, they're just gonna look at you like, bro, I'm not the one to do this to, because I take things seriously, and if you're not with it, I'm not here. You know, I'm not 16 years old. Some of y'all are probably 16, but you know, I'm not 16. I want a relationship with somebody who is secure. So if you ain't secure, you're not talking to me. Trying to force a relationship and going way too fast with a Capricorn is also a turn off, because let me tell you, a Capricorn, when they do get involved with people, they're in it to win it. They're in it for the long run. They're in it for the long haul. So they like to take their time to get to really know somebody, to see if this is somebody that they actually want to be with. Because let me tell you, like, I know some Venus in the 10th house people, when they get with people, they're thinking, okay, yeah, I can get with you now, and then when I graduate, we can move in with each other, and then we could have a family. Like, they planning it all out in their head. They're like, yeah, you make sense. I like you. You my wife. Or you my husband. If you don't let things marinate, and you don't let them get to know you, and you try to like push a title on them too quick, you try to get them to commit too quick, turn off. They want to take their time because they're really trying to see if you are worth their time. How to really turn off an Aquarius. You want to know how to turn off Aquarius? The first thing that you could do that's going to really turn off Aquarius is be racist. I mean, just be so racist, be so intolerant of other cultures and people, be intolerant of different ways of living and all the gender orientations. Just hate it all, talk shit about all of it, and say, you know what, F other types of people, because I am the best and my race is the best race out there. An Aquarius is gonna look at you and get turned off because an Aquarius does not like somebody who is so old-fashioned in their ways of viewing the world. And if you're super conservative and not a little hint of progressive in you, they're gonna get turned off by that, because the Aquarius is innovative. It likes progression. It likes that progressive essence in a person. If you're the type of person that's always fixated in their beliefs and stuck in their ways that are from like the 1920s, turn off for the Aquarius. Another turn off is somebody who is boring. Someone who is boring. And I've said that a lot for a lot of these signs, but here's the thing about Aquarius. You have to especially be mentally boring. If you are not intelligent, you don't think outside the box, you don't you don't think at all. You don't use your brain. You don't think of innovative things. You're not open-minded to even think that stuff is possible. You don't think about the world. You don't have dreams. You don't have ambitions. The Aquarius is gonna get bored because this is an air sign. So if you have nothing to talk about and there's nothing dreamy about you, not in a Pisces way, but in this Aquarius way that has a vision for the world and has this visionary way of looking at life, and they just want to innovate, they want to do something to the world, they want to help people. If you're just like, yeah bro, like honestly, gang, I don't care about anything, I don't really care, I don't have nothing to say, no. Or if you're just like everybody else, there's nothing unique about you, there's nothing different about you, you just act the same. You're basic. There's nothing interesting or quirky about you. An Aquarius is going to get bored and not want to have a conversation with you. And let me tell you, these people can be very, very emotionally detached, especially in Aquarius moon in certain cases. So, like, child, they're not gonna hesitate to not hit you up if you just are basic and you're like everybody else, and they see you trying to be like everybody else, because they like weirdos. They like somebody a little weird, a little quirky, a little different, and I mean that in a good way. Weird in a good way. So if you're just like the same, no bueno. And like I said, this sign hates things that are predictable. This is Uranus, right? So this is like that thunderbolt that comes out of nowhere and just gone in an instant. If you are the same old, and you just out here living and you doing whatever, boring. Like I said before, they can be pretty like distant from their emotions, okay? If you try to get inside their emotions too quickly and you try to like tap into there too quickly, it could actually make an Aquarius quite uncomfortable, because they need to like ease their way into that for the most part. So if you're sitting here and you're just like, no, we got to get in a relationship right now. I want something committed right now. I want you to tell me your life story. Tell me your feelings. Tell me your emotions. I want to know right now. They going to look at you like, whoa, hold up, shorty. Unless they want to share it out with you, don't push them to share intimate details about their lives. If they want to share that with you and they're receptive to it, then so be it. If most of them are warmer uppers, right? They gotta warm up to people in situations when it comes to the emotions and to the intimacy, the deep intimacy. So if you say, no, we gotta get in a relationship right now, that's gonna make the Aquarius run the other really fast. They're gonna be like, whoa, this is whoa. These are people that are zap, I'm here, I'm there. Pushing them into anything is not gonna be the way to go. And the last thing that I would say that could turn off an Aquarius would be emotional instability. And I've seen this before, like in my research and stuff like that, and from my friends that are Aquariuses, because I have a lot of Aquarius friends. And I'm not saying you're not allowed to show your emotions. I'm not saying that at all. But if you are the type of person that always likes to express their emotions in a big way, and I'm not saying like you're a Leo and you're just out here just like, animated is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you get irritated, but then it looks like you're just like somebody killed your son, but somebody just like, I don't know, dropped your cup, and then you out here going, yelling, girl, boy. They're gonna be like, you doing way too much, you mad extra, okay? Aquarius is be like, hey yo, like chill, like why are you so, what you doing? Like Aquarius traditional ruler is Saturn. Saturn is chill, it's cold. So when you always mad hot, like for no reason, just angry all over the place, Aquarius is gonna be like, hey listen, y'all doing too much. I'm gonna just go over here because I don't know what y'all on, but I know what I'm on, and I'm not on that. You know what's gonna piss off a Pisces? I used to be a Pisces in the past life. You know, Pisces South Node, let's get it, gang gang. What would probably really piss off a Pisces and turn off a Pisces is if you are the type of person that automatically rejects anything outside of this physical realm being possible. What I mean is, you're the type of person that says spirituality is stupid, magic doesn't exist, F imagination, I don't care about art, creativity sucks, I like science, spirituality, metaphysics, that's for stupid people that don't know any better because science tells us everything. Pisces is gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, you are limited, restricted, boring. You don't see the possibilities of life. And you see, a Pisces is the type of person who naturally is inclined to believe in the unseen, to be tapped into energy, to be tapped into that creative source and energy, universe, art, that right-brained type of existence. So if you are a person that's super logical and doesn't have an open mind, that's gonna turn off a Pisces person. And you know, it's hard to turn off a Pisces person because Pisces people, honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, they like people a lot. They can take a lot from people that they shouldn't. A really closed-minded individual will definitely turn off a Pisces. People that are not sensitive to others. If you're not compassionate, you don't have any type of empathy, you're just being a terrible human being, walking around thinking that your shit don't stink, treating people like garbage. Turn off for a Pisces. Pisces is limitless. This is the most limitless energy in the zodiac. So guess what's going to turn a Pisces off? That's right. Rules. Restrictions. Somebody who's like, no, it has to be done like this at this time, like this and that. And if you think otherwise, then you're stupid. A Pisces person is not going to like that type of person. They're going to be like, oh my God, this person is so rigid, dude. Because naturally, a Pisces is just going with the flow. And you know, maybe in some cases they need a little bit of structure because sometimes it can get out of hand. But if you OD, always just rigid, free flowing, you never let it just hang out sometimes, turn off. But like I said, the main thing to keep in mind is, are you racist? No, but are you the type of person that judges other people gives harsh criticism, the type of person that's just always tearing the people apart, gossiping, saying this, saying that. You hear what she said to this, you see what she wearing, just overall being a negative individual that's always just bringing things down to such a low vibe that isn't fun, that isn't free, that isn't compassionate. A Pisces will get turned off by that and they gonna run. But yeah, y'all, that was it. You know, that was the video. Like I said, gang, gang, gang. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I mean that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I mean that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's a vibe. Alright? It's a freaking vibe. But yeah. It's been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.